like? I don't even know who's on that album.
A fellow named Ry Cooder.
Ry Cooder.
Yeah.
He's in the band?
On that album, yeah. He was in my band.
Is his picture in the picture on the... Oh, right.
Yes, it is. Oh, no. It isn't on there. But it was inside on the sleeve. You don't have
That's him
it?
doing all this stuff.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I knew that.
Yeah, he's good. Oh, God, he's good.
That's kind of an unusual combination. You and Rye.
Me and Rye? Yeah. It was good for the time.
Yeah?
He was very young then. So was I. Still am. I'm getting younger. I really am getting younger. I really am. I've got... did you met me before?
I think
once.
I said once.
Once I saw you. Where did I see you?
From the middle of...
That's... right. How old are you now?
24.
Chronologically. Yeah, which is absurd. But...
24.
You must have been... how old were you then?
18.
He wants to know, he's got your shirts, should he bring them over or should he take them with him?
My what?
Shirts. I don't know. Some
Bring
shirts
them.
he picked up for
Tell her to bring them over if she would, please. I have some very nice red Chinese silk shirts. I like silk because, that's right from the worm's ass. I mean, right from the worms. Like the way they spin that, those silkworms. What wonderful animals are. Animalitos, little animals. The Mexicans call them. I love the way they say some of the things they say. They have a very good language, you know that? That was a lost language, the language of the border slang, Mexican and Spanish. Like for a match, they say fosfos or diablitos, little devils and things like that. And they say, they call marijuana yesca. And what else do they do? Cars and a rumfala. And Cheech and Chong, they didn't get it, man. I mean, they made a kind of an exploitation of a very wonderful lost language. There's been a lot of stuff lost, obviously. I mean, like all of a sudden I get a hold of Dell and I get him singing, and nobody even heard of him. Which I think is really a pity, but now he's going to be heard, I'll tell you that, wherever I go.
Do you think she's sort of mellowed you out?
Oh, definitely.
To use that expression.
Well, she never has tried to put her hand on my head, nor have I tried to put my hand on her head. So she hasn't mellowed me out, but she's been the half that was missing. And then when we met, I mean, it was complete. So I'm dealing from the straight stuff now.
Yeah, but there's quite a lot of songs on recent albums.
Pardon me?
There seems to be quite a lot of songs on recent albums.
Love songs.
Happiness caused by women.
True.
The home life, setting up a home.
That's true. We do have that. We've got a nest. But I wrote that poem. I don't know if you've ever heard this. One nest rolls after another until there are no longer any birds. One tongue lashes another until there are no longer any birds. I love fails no birds. Have you heard that?
No.
I like home life, you see, but the thing is that our nest is the kind of, it's almost like an Apache type attitude because we travel all the time, you see, and we just make a nest right there and don't try to hurt anything, then let it go. The pygmies in that, they made houses where they pull the trees over like this, tie them gently, knowing where to tie them. Then when they'd leave, they'd cut the thing and just the way it was, didn't disturb nature. Those people, the Apaches and the pygmies. The pygmies are brilliant. Like nobody hardly knows that. I know a fellow named John Pierre Hallet. Have you ever heard of him?
Oh, yeah. He lost a hand.
Great man.
Trying to save.
Yeah.
He got his hand.
I know. It blew up when he was trying to get some fish for them.
Yeah, fish.
Yeah. Did you read that? Animal Kitabu and Congo Kitabu?
Yeah.
I met him in Philadelphia. I'd read his books, and I always wanted to meet him. And I met him in Philadelphia. He's a great man. Oof. pygmies.
He had the pygmies as an almost perfect society.
Yeah,
They just wasn't in their consciousness to
steal or anything. Yeah, they should be thought of more, because they I don't know why the society doesn't get to the right things. Maybe, well, you know it now. You're a writer. That's good. You see, that's why I like writers, and I like painters and poets and everybody. I like everybody, but I think everybody should make an art contribution to the world, because then it's seen by everybody, and that's why I've got to get to the people. Everybody, or I've failed, so to speak, as if there is such a thing as a failure. What's a failure? Then there's got to be a hero and a success.
Right.
How many kids have you got?
No kids. No, we're not going to have any children, because there's so many right now that don't even eat. And we're going to try to paint, and we're going to try to paint. We're going to paint and everything. I don't think that I should have a child, because I don't think it would be fair, to the child, really, because I don't think that I want to paint. So I'm selfish, I want to paint and sculpt and write and do all kinds of
I thought you
music.
meant it would be selfish bringing him into the world the way it is. I thought you meant.
I thought we'd change that. No, we're going to change this world. This world, I think it's getting better. I think people get along very well for how many people there are and the space that they have. I think there's been too much emphasis on how bad the world is. I think that people get along really well for the fact of how many people there are and how little the world actually is. Don't you?
It would seem that way from my experience.
With all the things we have to deal with and all the pressures and everything.
I think people get along
Consider
really well.
Has that changed since that thing you wrote, Space Age Cover?
I think it's getting better. Space Age Couple, why don't you flex your magic muscle?
Yeah.
That should have been on the top 40. I didn't do that thing right, man. I didn't do that record right. If I'd have done that record right, look at what David Essex has just done. If I'd have got that thing in the right beat, it would have reached everybody, and I think it would have helped. That's what I want to do now. Because I think it's important that people hear something like that. Shed your nasty jewelry, drop your cool tomfoolery, cultivate the grounds. They're the only ones around.
Be confident.
Yeah, and do you realize that not enough people heard that? You see, the test for me, the acid test, is to get all of these things that I'm saying to everybody. Don't you think that everybody should hear that?
Yeah,